Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't answer my salam yet.
Okay. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
All right. Let's start the meeting for this um, blessed Friday. Happy Friday for you too.
Mm-hmm.
My Segu. Okay, let's start with the Segu. This week has been exhausted for me. I think I have a lot of tasks, and um I'm also happy because I uh, start my skripsi. What is skripsi in English? My
Bachelor thesis.
bachelor thesis. Yes,
Mm.
my bachelor thesis. Um, slowly starting it, and I'm so happy for it. Although it been
Alhamdulillah.
uh, so tired for me this week. How about your week, sir?
Okay. Alhamdulillah. Still hiring a few people.
Then
Okay.
uh, not yet finding a good
Yeah. We are making a
freelancer.
decision today.
Hmm?
But then I have to have a meeting with you first, so I will continue
No.
the meeting later after this one.
Okay, okay. Um, Scorecard, the rock view. I think we just
Mm.
go to the progress ceramic that make the demonstration. So from before we are using Material UI, but
Mm.
um, we are migrating to InDesign, and this is
Okay. So
InDesign
this is in the same
form
project.
for it. Yeah,
Okay.
this InDesign with, I think the Material UI is still in the project, and
Mm.
I just installed it on top of there. And
Okay.
with InDesign, we have this animation
Mm.
with um, yeah, with Material UI. With Material
Mm.
UI, we have animation, but with InDesign, I think it's more simple and
Mm.
just mm, straight to use.
Mm. Okay.
And let's start by making a user. You can type anything
Mm.
here, and the username will be the slug. So
Okay.
it has to be a unique slug, unique username. I think if we register, yes, the
Okay.
user is created. We can also look at it in here.
So this one you
Go
are
to
using REST API or GraphQL?
GraphQL with GraphQL.
Okay. That's
Here's
nice.
the slug, and this is the ID for it. And if we go to Dimas 2, user found, and I guess you work on the authentication later.
And okay.
This is
And then the list is also using GraphQL.
yes,
Okay.
yes. This is still using the GraphQL. This is find all limit
Okay.
using the find all limit here with
Okay.
10
Right.
user
Yep.
and
This is
data.
still using Nest.js, yeah.
Although yes, it's still
Okay.
using Nest.js. Although we have to make a parameter for pagination and so on, and I don't, I have not created yet.
Okay.
This is
No problem.
10 first data for it,
Mhm.
and I think we can also edit it
Mhm.
first.
But this one is still
First,
using material, yeah.
yes,
Okay.
but we can modify the user now.
Mhm.
For example, I change to maybe just bone 777. and the name is James Bond. And if we try to save it, it's modified. And if we try to check in the plug with the Bond 77, it's also modified in the backend too.
Okay, it's very nice.
So yes, GraphQL is very useful. And I also try to use the um, layout because this is just component design up and
Mm,
sign in component.
mm,
Uh, I also make the layout from the end design, but I
mm.
have some problem. Let me
Okay,
show you.
okay,
For example, I'm gonna name it this to material to I. This is the InDesign one.
okay.
Let's wait for the compiling process. Um, will be so much faster in query time.
In what?
In querying time in
Oh,
if we compare the response time with REST API with different API, right? With GraphQL, we just have hit to one point and get all of the data. Maybe I don't know.
if there is just one query, I would say that the time will be the same. But if there are
Mm,
several queries, I
with
agree that,
asynchronous.
yeah,
Mm,
uh, I'm not sure about the implementation, the server side, but
mm,
from the context of client server interaction, if
mm,
there are 5 queries, then that means the client will need to have 5 requests, HTTP requests to the server
mm,
when using
mm,
REST API compared to only one HTTP request with GraphQL. So in that case,
mm.
the
Yeah.
savings of GraphQL is more about the HTTP request saving when there are
Yes.
several
Mm,
queries at once. At least two, yeah, at least 2 queries. But if there is just one query, the difference is not. I think it will be
okay.
similar.
Okay. So I just copy paste the
Mm,
layout um, layout template from InDesign
okay.
and just it's just so simple. It just straight to the use to the point using and uh, single page. Maybe this is just a single page application with menu and menu item. Um, but also this is the implementation and it quite it look nicer. I think
Mm,
the layout from my design.
okay.
But I'm trying to work on this menu item
Okay.
that uh, I just got
So,
um,
so that's the
not responding.
navigating
Mm-mm.
pages. Okay.
Navigating apa ya, the
Okay.
routing I just done. If I click it, I have the key
Mm-hmm.
or I name it this sub one, sub two, and sub three. If I click it, the function is calling. So I have this function. I name it content diff with um, key, the input key from this sub one, sub two, sub three. But how can I return if I want if the key that was inputted is sub one? I return the sign up page. If I click the sub two, I return the sign in page. How to implement it? This is the diff.
Okay, this should not be like this. I think you really should use React Router DOM, yeah.
Hmm.
Are you aware about React Router? This one, right?
No, no. Yes, the post. Yes. Mm.
Okay. So
So my goal is uh, I just want the content to be changed. I I don't
mm,
want to push to another page.
page.
So
Okay.
I want the navbar, the menu item is still there. I just want the reactivity of the content inside of it. So
Okay.
make a single page
So you
application.
you need to have a state
Mm,
there. Okay. Let me check the
mm,
code again. So what? Okay. This function, content div.
inside
Where do you call it
of
from?
function.
Okay. Yeah, because you will need to. Okay. So when you click the button, what happens when you click the? I mean the code. What do you do on click? What do you?
On click,
Yeah. I mean when you click the left sidebar.
mm, uh, this on click is
Yeah.
calling
This
the content
one
div.
menu item.
Content div
Okay. So you
click.
cannot do like click and. Okay. So it should not be like calling the content div. It should call a function
Mm,
like maybe like handle
mm,
select menu, or handle select menu. Okay, you can make that function handle select menu. Mm,
like this.
okay, and then yeah, you can use the key there, and yeah, basically you can copy paste from below, but then you will have to split between selecting the menu and then rendering the contents of a page, because they must be on different things. Yeah. Okay, you can still copy paste from the content div below. You can copy paste them first. Right, and then what happens here is instead of doing this,
Sorry.
instead of returning, what you do is that you set state. So do you have a state yet? I don't think that you have a state. Yeah.
Hello.
So
Hello.
go to the main. uh,
Hello.
Hello, hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello. Online 61, change
Mm,
the use state. So the default should be the first menu. So the default
yeah.
should be the first menu. So what is the name that you want to use? You
The
can use,
default should be
yeah, should be like the first page. What is the name of the first page?
your.
It can be the name of the component, or also it can be the name of like
Wow.
sub one, sub two. I think it's better to use the name of the component, yeah, to make it consistent.
Uh,
So if the name is like
so
sign
the
in,
name
then
of
you use,
component is
yeah, something like
sign
that.
in page,
Or sign in. Okay, sign in page. You can use that.
like this, sir.
Yeah,
I lost your voice.
yeah,
Voice now.
yeah. You can use sign in page. All right, and then in the menu handler, what you do is actually, um, actually this is a very simple,
I'm
a
sorry, I
very
can hear
simple.
you.
Okay, in menu handler, just to, okay,
Oh, don't have to use menu handler. Oh, you can just inline function within the sidebar. in the sidebar, but actually this menu handler on click.
Yes, on click. So on menu handler, you call set content menu key. And actually, you don't have to use menu handler because you can just use inline function within the sidebar. But it's up to you because the handler function is so small. It's really just one line function on click. Okay, you can see on the chat on how to implement on click. So on click should set content menu with the parameter of the key of the menu. Check on the chat. Check on the chat. All right, and after that, you change the render place. Can you go to where you render the content?
Here.
Where do you render the content?
Here.
Okay, so on that content div, you should have a prop there. So content div, and then put maybe like content menu. So you can add something like content menu equals content menu, something like that.
Like this?
No, it should not be a string. Check the chat.
Okay.
Input job vakansi di Jobstreet ya? Oke.
Okay, and then go to the content div function, and the content div function should have a props. Okay, and that the content div function should have a props. The prop would be not key, but content menu on the content div function. All right, and then you can return based on the content menu.
How to return it?
I would say that you can use switch or if, yeah.
Oh, make a switch statement.
But it's not correct, yeah. The content div, check the chat. Or maybe it should be like this, yeah. Content menu string. Okay. The correct one would be like this. Yeah.
Key.
Like that.
So?
Yep. On each of the if, you return the appropriate component.
Oh.
Yep, something like that.
Page. Page.
Yep. Yeah, make sure to have return, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep, something like that. Yep, I think this will work. But again, this is not the proper way to do that. You
Hmm?
should still use router, yeah, because even with router, you still can have like
Hmm?
sidebar and something like that.
Hmm. Do
But
we?
this is like creating your own router. Not a good way, but okay, you can do this. At least you know how to do this, yeah.
But if I don't know. Oh, bentar menu.
And the third one is still sub 3, yeah. Should be user list.
The come again, sir?
The third one is still sub 3.
Hmm? Oh,
Yeah, and use return.
oh yeah.
Okay. Okay, content diff cannot be used. Oh, okay. So yeah, on the last one, you should have an
Hmm.
else. And then you can at least like throw a empty component, or maybe just return empty component, or throw an exception. Okay. Does it work? Not quite working. It's working, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. But
Now it's working.
yeah, but again, if you see the URL
Hmm.
there, the URL is not
Hmm.
correct, right? Because wherever you go, you
Yes.
still have sign in as the URL. And
Hmm.
again, it kind of works, but for this use case, what you need to do is use React Router. So are you aware about React Router?
I'm not aware yet.
Okay, can you Google React Router now? Yeah, or React Router DOM, yeah, it's the same thing. Okay. So this is actually how you should do things.
If
Uh,
we
mhm,
routing to another page,
mhm.
do we uh, rendering the sidebar, the navbar again?
Um,
How to?
it's actually not your how do you call it? Uh, about the rendering or not rendering,
Hmm, hmm,
there is a difference between declaring, okay, declaring the
hmm,
components and the
hmm.
actual rendering. Do you mean declaring the components, or do you mean
Oh,
actually the process of rendering in the browser?
actually, the process of rendering the browser. Other
Okay,
one, if
and
we go to
yeah,
different page and it's rendering the page, the
okay.
menu navbar
So
again.
the answer is no. The answer
Hmm,
is that React Router will not
hmm.
re-render the
The menu.
hot the header or the
Hmm,
menu or anything. Actually, it goes for
hmm,
all of React. The the basic principles of React is that React
hmm,
only re-renders the components that changes state. Okay, so as long as the state is not changed, then the
hmm,
component will not be rendered. That's also the reason why your previous code did not work.
hmm,
Your
hmm,
previous
hmm,
code did not work because you did not change any state. And this code works
hmm,
because you
hmm,
changed a state. So because you change the state, then it has to re-render the component that changes the state.
So
Okay.
if I have a path to sign up with the component of sign up page here, and I don't have uh, menu navbar, the header and the sidebar. Do I have to put the sidebar and the menu in here too?
Okay. How it works is that you actually put the route component inside of the content. So where do you put your header now, or where do you put your sidebar now? In the
In this app diff, this the app, and this is the router. This is the app diff.
okay.
The app diff is having the header and the menu sidebar, and this is the content that we see inside of it.
Okay. And where is the route? Do you use the route?
The route for
The route components. I think it's on top of your file, yeah. Okay, where is
this
this
is the
one?
routes.
Where do you use this? Okay, can you go to the browser and use the React development console? Yeah, open the React developer console there. Okay, go to the React tab. You don't have it yet? Can you install it now?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
How to
Oh, it's already
go
there.
to
Okay, I think it's already there. Just
this one?
enable it. I think you just need to enable that one for this page. Yeah,
Where
that
is
one. Just React Developer Tools.
okay.
I think you just need to click on it because it's not. Yeah, maybe just click on our. Okay. Okay. So now hopefully now you can go to the React tab. Yep, the components one. All right. So let's see. Okay. So now you have. Okay, go down. Okay, you have app and then router. Okay, and then app div and blah blah blah. So where is the route? App div layout. Okay, go to where is the route one? Okay, app div. Can you scroll below or make it so that it's bigger? So you cannot see everything. Yep. Okay, so where is the route? Okay. Okay.
Not the router.
No, the route. Okay, because there is a route, right? Okay.
We don't have.
Okay, there's no route. Okay,
Yeah.
so we can. So the route actually should be inside of, not inside the content, yeah, on the content, region. Okay, so let's go back to the source code.
Oh, not the router, but the route.
Yeah, because this one is router, right? This one is router. Okay. App has a router, and then there's an app div. Okay, can you go up? Can you go
The
up?
content.
Can you go up the top
Okay.
one when you have route?
When we have route
Route.
here.
Above. This is what I mean by route. Nah, this one is route.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so what is this function? What is this function where you have route? Routes. Oh, so you don't call this at all?
Yeah, I don't call it.
Okay. So this one actually should be on the content div.
Okay.
So okay, so when you go down, okay, okay, let's just use router here. Okay, go down to the part where this content div one, you can actually remove that and change that to the routes. because you have a routes function, right?
Right, right.
Routes. Yeah, because your function is routes, right? And that's it, without the content menu, because you will actually, you don't need the content menu at all. Yeah, so it should be like this. Okay, it should be like this. And then for the menu, you use the router links to do that. But even if you use even you want to use a menu item, like custom menu item, you can by calling the uh, router functions. Yeah.
So on click, what we do on click the menu.
Okay, let's do it the router way first. Okay, let's do it the
Okay.
router way first, and then after that, if you want to use on click, you can do it later on your own. To use the router way, go to the React router documentation. Okay, and actually they provide you a component to do that. Can you go to web? Can you click web there? So we go to documentation.
What?
Okay. Okay, and then yeah, link here. Okay, so you use this link. Just use the link to for each of the pages that you want to put on the menu. Okay, this is like the basic one, but if you want to customize it later, yeah, you can. But use this one first. Okay, try it.
In where? In here?
Yeah, in there.
Menu item.
So
Link to.
you can still keep the menu item actually. Maybe later. Maybe put that before the menu item, because it will be different. Yeah, it will, the styling will be off and so on, but at least let's get it to work first before worrying about how it looks. Yeah, something like that. Okay.
Cannot find link.
Yeah, of course you have to import them.
We have to.
Yeah, you have to import.
Sign up. Sign in and service.
Okay, now the path in link 2 should be the same as the one you have in the routes. Okay, can you check your routes first?
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Is that what you use in the routes? If it is, then
Yes.
okay. Yeah, it should be the same as the path there. And actually, there should be a switch. Yeah, there should be a switch in the routes. Can you go to the routes again?
Switch.
Yeah. Okay. Now, if you see
This switch.
here, yeah, there should be a switch here. So it should not be a div, but should be a switch. Actually, don't have to
Switch
copy
in.
everything. Just just use the switch. Yeah, just wrap your routes with the switch.
My route in where? In here or
In
in
the
routes?
top, on top, because you name your function
Here.
routes. Yeah, so instead of div, you use switch on line 41.
Instead of oh,
You use div
switch.
right there. Yeah, and then you change that to switch. Okay, and yep, probably that's it.
Right, like that.
So that's right.
As router.
Yeah, because you have a duplicate import there.
Oh.
You should just merge these two imports together.
Oh, what is use history? Use history.
Yep, that's correct.
What is the error? Huh? History.
I think you deleted something before, did you?
No,
Oh
I did
no.
not delete.
Oh, okay. Oh, I think just wait for it to finish compiling. Yeah. Okay, you can redo all of them. I think it's just waiting. Yeah, should be good now.
No, it's showing an error.
Does not exist. Or maybe you have to put the React on top of the history one for the import. I'm not sure if that's the
Oh,
problem, but maybe. Seems weird. Right, still error. Still error. Okay. Browser router as router.
browser footer.
Wait. History. Okay.
Where is?
Yeah, the styling. Yeah.
uh,
Okay.
but it works. But it
Yeah.
works.
So, that's it. So that's how you use the built-in link component in the router. And as you can see, does it refresh the top or bottom?
Yeah.
Right. Because it only changes the content. And it works. And if you see the address bar, the URL changes
Yeah.
as expected. Yeah. Okay. So, and then for your next question, how to use our own menu component. Yeah. So you
Yeah.
go back to React Router documentation. Go to React Router documentation. And then there is an API. I think.
Custom link.
Hmm, which one. Link to
Can we just? We can just.
okay. Yeah, we usually can wrap it.
Now it works.
Okay.
It's not because, yeah, it works now. We can wrap it in there.
Okay. I'm not exactly sure if that's how it should work, but let me. I mean, I'm not exactly sure if that's the proper way to do it. Yeah. Okay, primary components. Dot switch link nav linked.
I mean, I'm happy if this is just work.
Oh, I see. So actually, they're all navigation component. Yeah, but maybe that's it because actually the other way is to use link but with a component attribute. Can you try opening the documentation again? But I think it will be different than the one. Okay, on the left part, scroll down to link and then nav link. Yeah. Link component. Link,
Here?
yeah, and then component.
On a link.
Link and then component. Link, the link one. Yeah,
Component.
that one. Okay, so this is actually the proper example of replacing the component of link. But when replacing this uses uses a component. So maybe it's possible to like replace that with menu item. And there is also nav link below that yeah, that it says a special version of the link that will add styling attributes and so on and so on. Okay, so that's another way. As you can see, there is a styling like active and something because hopefully with the link it should also give indication whether the current link is the current page or selected one. Okay, yeah, just like menu. And then another way is actually to use the API or the history API. Go to yeah, the API hooks use history. Use history. Okay, and this is how you do it. Handle click. Yeah, on click, handle click, and then you do history push to something. So that's another way. I'm not yet sure which one is the best way, but yeah, I guess as long as it works right now and there is no like a problem with that, maybe the one that you are currently using right now is good enough. Okay.
I used the history post before. I already
Okay.
used this.
Yeah.
method.
So you can use that one too.
Maybe before I forget.
So you prefer using Git Kraken here? Okay.
Yeah, I have the nice GUI with Bitkraken.
Okay.
I can compare to what's the difference between the previous commit and to the change
Okay. So
easily.
so even if you have a nice UI, don't forget to do the commit. Yeah.
Okay, so what will be the commit? Refactor stuff.
Yeah. Refactor.
Refactor what? Sign in, sign layout, layout lah. Layout,
Okay, that's good.
change the sign in and sign up and the sign in, sign up and menu layout to and design.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, that's really nice. Okay, is there any problem? Other problem?
No, that's my only problem, and I'm quite happy that we solved the problem. I'm sorry, my my battery is so low,
Okay.
but we already finished the the problem, and
Okay. But you bring your charger, right?
yeah, I bring, but
Okay. Okay, what's the
okay.
next topic?
The next topic is for next sprint.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I would say, oh yeah, on the previous section, there is improve with sequence. Please just check that because we'll be using Strapi, so that is no longer relevant. Yeah.
The what?
Yeah, improve with sequence.
Oh, this is not relevant again.
Yeah, because we will be using Strapi. Okay.
Okay.
Right. So I would say for the next meeting, should be still similar. Move that to InDesign or InDesign Pro, yeah, because as you see before in InDesign Pro, actually you already have the routing and so on. But if it's too confusing, you don't have to use the Pro right now. And then change the backend to Strapi, but which one you do first is up to you. Okay. You can go to InDesign first, but still using the Nest.js, or you can change to Strapi first, and then change to InDesign. Yeah, but this is good. Good progress.
So the backend will be using what repository?
Yeah, this one, Lovia profile.
Okay, so this is the up-to-date backend for it.
Yes, or it will be the next backend that we use. It will be the next
Can
backend that we
we
use.
do the previous, like find all the limit, modify user?
Yes, actually, all of the things that you want for basic stuff is already there in Strapi. Okay.
Okay.
But then the functions that are custom will need to be coded as custom code.
Okay.
But the difference is that in Strapi, most of the things, the basic ones are already there. Okay. In SJS, you still have to code even the basic ones, even if you just want to use a get or find all or find one, you have to do it yourself. But in Strapi, the basic ones like get by ID, find all, filter, pagination, like limit and skip, you can already do that. And sorting also, Strapi already provides a GraphQL,
Pagination.
yeah, including pagination.
Okay.
So it
Maybe
saves a lot of back-end work, but there's still back-end work needed if you want to do custom function and so on. Okay.
maybe I want to use the Strapi first. All right. What is that?
Okay. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Learn
So
first before migrating, yeah. Okay.
okay. It's 11:30 o'clock.
Okay.
Maybe we should conclude this meeting and writing the meeting first. Collaborate the meeting because we solved a problem and
Okay,
it's
there's still
working.
some technical issues, so I will give a 7.5. But the content of, yeah,